Okay, how you guys doing? This is Younger Games, the third video. What we expect of wrestlers. Naked Roman Greco Wrestling. I'm Guy Ward, president and owner of NYC Live Media, and producer of the show. All right, let's get right to it here. All right, the matches will consist of three 3-minute rounds. The first 2 rounds are freestyle, and you can't win. They're entertainment rounds. And the third round is, like I told you, the collegiate round. It's going to be college rules wrestling, so there really isn't much you could do with it except wrestle following the wrestling rules of college, because that's where the bet counts. And that's, like I said in the previous video, you know the importance of that. All right, now let's look at the freestyle rounds. Now, I'm serious when I say freestyle. I want this to be a canvas, like you're an artist. And you have 3 minutes to performing arts. If this, whatever you do, caters to your base, and again, the only thing we ask is that you cater to and increase your base. If this caters to your fan base and increases your fan base, then do it. Do it. A case in point, like for instance, our research says that demographically, the male nude wrestling will be extremely popular amongst the male LGBT community. And which means you guys, if there's a couple of you guys out there that want to do a performing arts kind of like wrestling, but more like a dance with each other to Madonna's Vogue, that would be really cool. I would love it. And I know it would cater to that particular base. And if it's an artsy thing, and you know how cultured the LGBT community is, intelligent, smart, lucrative demographic that they are, beautiful people, we do it. Absolutely. Go for it. So, that's just an example. Now let's look at the ladies. Now this is just an example. Now I really believe this, that if you young ladies if a pair of you young ladies, now our demographic, our research says the demographics for the female nude wrestling is going to be male heterosexuals. A large 60 to 70% of our audience is going to be male heterosexuals. So what I'm saying is that if you guys do and so is WWF, the majority of those is male heterosexual. So if a pair of you attractive young ladies decided to do a nude version of WWF and instead of dominating your opponent physically by body slamming him, you dominate your opponent with sexually, because that's what we are. We are talking about a sport, competition. So you dominate your opponent where you flip your opponent over and you get him into a genital face rub. And then you hype up the audience as you're doing it, just like WWF style. And then your opponent flips you around and all of a sudden your face is in your opponent's genitals. And she's going, Dad, I mean, this is a little much. You may find this kind of a thing a little gauche or not your type of thing, but you may also find out that it will incredibly cater to that base. Now, let me just say this once. If we get the right, if there's a couple of girls out there that can really pull off, really hot, young ladies that can do a version of WWF, but naked with the sexual power, you are literally going to steal the entire, you're going to take all of 90% of WWF's fan base is going to be watching, is going to be all over you. And it's going to be loving you. It's going to, they have fantasized their whole life about this, and you are giving it to them. Are you kidding me? And then they can bet on it too? Are you kidding me? I wouldn't surprise me if by your second and third matches, shows, that you're not doing six-figure purses. It wouldn't surprise me, and you know it. You know it as well as I do. That anybody that does it right like that, the entire fan base, and I'll remind you, that's $1 billion industry. All right, the WWF whole show and thing is still, believe it or not, even though it's going down, is still $1 billion industry. All right, let's get through the rest of these real quick. All right, you're going to be contracted 4 to 6 weeks before each match to give you guys enough time to promote. We're looking for 16 males and 16 females for the first show. Those are only slots we have open right now. There's a lot of interest. We already got people applying already, even though we're not running the ads yet, but it's coming in. And we're already starting to work on it. All right, we're going to train 2 times a week. You'll be required to train 2 times a week, maybe less after you get to know it and you really learn it. But we have professional wrestlers that are going to train you. Actual professional wrestlers that will train you. We're going to do 2 promotional shows, promotional stunts, or 2 to 4 promotional stunts or sparring matches a week. Promotional stunts will be done in public parks, Sheep's Meadow. I'm going to take a bunch of you guys. We're going to go to Sheep's Meadow on a Saturday afternoon and get down to a G-string, because in the state of New York, all you have to cover is the genitals. And you can get completely naked, except for the genitals. So we can start doing sparring matches that'll give you a chance to notify your fan base to say, this is where we're going to be. Come on down. You can contact them. We can get a crowd going, and then, and if we're lucky, maybe we'll get on the news. Oh, God, please, so that's what we're going to be doing also. All right, we want your minds besides your bodies. All right, if you guys are the first crew, you guys are the first ones in. All right, we are still, getting this thing together. So we need code writers. We need social media marketers. We need camera operators. We need live editors. We need producers. We need whatever we need. And what I want to do, because of this pandemic has left everybody so damn broke, is that if you come on board and we're like, we want you guys, are like, you definitely have been chosen, and we pull you on board, and you're broke. We have to do all these things. We have to pay people to do them on the spot, and that'll be on the spot money. So if we need to do a promotional stunt and we need a camera operator to do it, and you're not going to be doing the you're not going to be stunting, but you're going to be behind it. At the end of that day, we're going to write you a check or give you cash or whatever. You get paid on the spot. Whereas the contracts end when you finish your match. You do that 3rd round. You pin your opponent, or you get pinned to the mat. And then after that, we're going to have it set up so it's an instantaneous transfer of the funds right into your account. You get your purse. The contract is over. All right. Also, we want, if you wrestled or did sports in high school, we want you. If you're wrestling and doing sports in college, we want you, because you've got beautiful bodies. We know you do, and you know how to wrestle, and you're already into sports. So if you did wrestling in high school, we definitely want you. Besides exotic performers with existing fan base and a following, we want you. All right, it's not going to be hard for you to teach you to do the 4th round. So the 3rd round, the collegiate round. All right, we're going to promote you individually, so you get promoted. All right, this is a new concept. All right, mixing entertainment and real sports together. I think it's going to give this idea longevity. All right, if you're the right people, and believe me, there are things in you might not see that we will see. So if you're having hesitations, thinking, overcritical about your body, believe me, your body's a lot more beautiful, and we're going to find, you're going to find out just how pretty it is. And so we want you to apply if you're fit, because of health reasons. It's the only reason why we are limiting to just being fit bodies. All right, Guy Ward here, Let me know. You got my contact information. I want to hear from you guys. All right?